Crypto king Sam Bankman-Fried is back in the U.S. this morning after being extradited from the Bahamas on a series of fraud charges in connection to his company FTX.
For starters, let me show you why things have gotten a lot worse for Sam Bankman-Fried. Then I'm going to show you something that's probably going to tick you off, especially if you invested in FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried may be getting that vegan food after all in the privacy of his own home.
The Southern District of New York has filed charges against Caroline Ellison, the former CEO of Alameda Research, and Gary Wang, a co-founder of FTX, in connection with their roles in the frauds that contributed to FTX's collapse. Both Ms. Ellison and Mr. Wang have pled guilty to those charges, and they are both cooperating with the Southern District of New York.
Now, the reason that's worse for Sam Bankman-Fried is because now that they are cooperating against him and the open invitation for pretty much anybody connected to cooperate against him, that would make it seem as if they are trying to throw the book at Sam.
If you participated in misconduct at FTX or Alameda, now is the time to get ahead of it. We are moving quickly, and our patience is not eternal.
As more people cooperate, that will leave not much room for Sam to cooperate, and that potential 115 years looks like it could come true. That remains to be seen. Now, if you'll remember, Sam Bankman-Fried tried to get bail while he was in the Bahamas, but the results of that were not so good.
We understand a judge in that courthouse has denied his application for bail, declaring him too much of a flight risk.
So this will certainly trigger some people that were affected by FTX and lost some money, but we know the justice system, so we can't act like this is anything abnormal. According to the New York Times, and there's a couple other sources as well, currently Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyers are in talks with the prosecutors to receive bail.
Any moment now, he's expected here, and the main issue, one of the main issues, is going to be whether he is granted bail. There's been some reporting suggesting that the defense and prosecutors have been discussing a bail arrangement whereby he would essentially remain under house detention wherever he chooses to live, that he'd be electronic monitoring, and of course he'd have to post probably a significant amount of money. He's facing very serious charges, 8 counts of conspiracy, fraud, campaign finance violation, law violations, allegedly, that could land him in jail for the rest of his life if he's convicted.
Now, the Bahamas thought he was a flight risk, but the U.S. does things in a different way. Now, if he's not released, he's going to likely be at MCC, Metropolitan Correctional Center, and that's likely where he's going to remain until all this stuff gets worked out and he's sentenced or he is seen as not guilty. Now, I don't know that that's going to happen.
The judge may decide, well, he needs to stay in jail awaiting a trial and deny him bail.
So I'm making this update really quick. Right after posting the video, I saw where the news had dropped, and in fact, Sam Bankman-Fried has been released. $250 million bond. Typically, you pay 10%, so that would be $25 million to be paid, and he will live with his parents. But he has been released in the U.S. on bond, awaiting trial. Sam Bankman-Fried has been released. This is pretty crazy. I'll bring more updates as I get them. Let me know what you think in the comments.